Hello and welcome to Freedom March. Of course, there's no need to adjust your television set. It's true, I'm black. My name is Stephen Miller. I'm not Rodney Monka. This is still Freedom March, though, and I am still joined in studio with the spiritual advisor. Today is May, is that correct?
May the 1st.
Now, this seemed like yesterday where you just saying amen.
And today is Thursday.
Today is Thursday, May 1st.
Yeah.
And if it's May, then it gives me full right to say to every Bahamian everywhere that May we never forget. While over the history of the force, all of the men that have joined and that have entered the organization have given some on May 10th, 1980.
Yeah.
The crew of the HMBS Flamingo gave all. And that, spiritual advisor, is a sacrifice that we ought to never forget.
Yeah, ultimate
It is something that no matter how long this nation remains, no matter how many things we accomplish, no matter what goals we aspire toward, we must always remember the very quiet Mother's Day of May 10th when some mothers lost their sons. It was a tragic day, I'm told, by those who were in attendance. Of course, their names still ring in my mind very clearly. Producer, can you put those names up for me, the HMBS Flamingo crew? Some of these men still walk among us. Some of these men still live and move and breathe in our spaces. And as often as I get the opportunity, I like to make sure that the people remember their names, because it is the names of these men that I feel should be written into the annals of history and etched into the minds of Bahamians all throughout this Commonwealth. And so wherever you are in the Commonwealth today, if you know any one of these men or you recognize any one of these names, when you see them, you hit them a salute. And of course, Lieutenant Commander Amos Roll is no longer here with us, but Captain Anthony Allens, Mr. Wilfred Sands, Peterson James, Oscar Miller, Gregory Clark, Eugene Thompson, John Wallace, Frederick Stirrup, Anthony K. Russell, Cladwell Farrington, Willard Sanders, Whitfield Neely, Trevor Sands, Leo Kirby, David Tucker, Austin Smith, Edward Williams, and of course you know the faithful four were Frederick Stirrup, David Tucker, Austin Smith, Edward Williams. Some of the youngest men in the organization at that time, 18-year-old and 19-year-old boys, bled and died so that you may be able to beat your chest about the sovereignty of a nation. And from that day, we have sworn to uphold and protect the territorial integrity of this Commonwealth. And men have not stopped doing it ever since. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us through the break. I'm Levan Miller on 103.5 FM The Beat. We're on channel 224, that's on cable. We're also on channel 112, that's on Flow. And then, of course, you can join me on ILTV Studios on Facebook. That's not for you if you're already listening to me. That's so that you can call your friends and tell your friends to stop doing whatever that is they're doing over there and come listen to us, because I'm here and the spiritual advisor is also here. And spiritual advisor, before we get to Holy Scripture, I just want to tell you that in honor of the month of May, I wear my shirt with the flamingos on it.
Okay.
Could you tell?
It's a beautiful shirt, mind you.
You can't see the flamingo there?
Yes, I do. I see them now. The pink.
The spiritual
Wherever you see the pink, you see the flamingo.
Spiritual advisor.
I see them now.
The spiritual advisor.
It's a beautiful shirt, my friend.
Yeah, and I have the flamingo on it because I want people to never forget that I remember the sacrifice of those. Could you imagine if I was an 18 or 19-year-old boy with my whole life ahead of me on board a ship with fellas shooting at me from the sky in a jet with missiles? I don't know how I would handle that. That would throw me off. And so, since that has thrown me off, every year I make sure that they make me fully aware, or that I make you fully aware, rather, of the sacrifice. And so, as that is ancient and in my heart, spiritual advisor, so is Holy Scripture.
May 10th.
May 10th. It was a Mother's Day.
1980, so it was a
Sunday.
I would have been 14 years old at the time.
You would have been,
in 1980.
You were 14 years old.
I was 14 years old in 1980, which would put me in grade 9 at St. Augustine's College.
And that didn't wake up the fervor in you for national service?
Yeah, it was something else.
Wow.
We can remember very clearly everybody talking about the event and what had happened.
Yeah. Do you know who recounts the story very, very, very well?
I wonder who really has that story.
I can tell you.
Who has it correct.
I can tell you who has all of the documented articles surrounding the story.
And who has it?
Mr. Wilson.
Which Wilson is that?
Is he Andrew Wilson or is he George Wilson? I'm gonna remember his name, but he's the husband of Belinda Wilson.
Okay.
And he has the entire thing cataloged. I mean, in pristine, unadulterated newspaper clippings, and it's fantastic to look at. Let me also say, I see that they write a history book. I see y'all got one bunch of authors on this little history book. If y'all write one history book around here and no one gone to see Mr. Wilson, I want y'all to take that history book and throw it right in the garbage, and then call Mr. Wilson and then add him to the authors and then write the history book, and then y'all continue from there. Because Mr. Wilson has a fascinating catalog of almost every single event that has taken place in this country since since Woods Rogers land almost. And so if they are accounting for the history of the Bahamas, and I see Mr. Wilson picture nowhere here, then I don't know how impressed I am with your little history book. I just want to say that out loud. And I don't care how much politician and dignitaries y'all dress up and put under this hot tent in the middle of the day. If Mr. Wilson ain't there, then who we ask? Who we ask? Because for every history question I ever had, you know who I asked?
Mr. Wilson?
Mr. Wilson. And you know what he bring me? Pristine, unbothered, unadulterated clippings in what you call the clear folder paper thing. In clear folder paper of exactly what was reported about the event.
Wow.
And this is from,
I'd like to see that.
Penland was a boy.
I'd like to see that.
And so, you all go check Mr. Wilson to make sure the facts in this book correct. That's what I want.
Because the controversy is whether it was international waters or Cuban waters.
That's not a controversy.
Where those men were chased.
That's not a controversy. And to the people that say it was international waters, Cuba been playing crazy for 1,000 years. When I was on the defense force, Cuba was still trying to convince themselves that somehow they had some water somewhere around in the back there. So you can imagine in 1980, only thing they didn't know was Viva Cuba. That's all they didn't know. And that's why we ain't listen to them. And we make them pay the $500,000 for the ship, and we make them give all the deceased family members $100,000. But that is the penance to be paid by the perpetrators. It is the grateful nation, spiritual advisor, that should have doubled down and paid all of the other men. It is that same grateful nation that I argue under this progressive liberal party, who happened to be the party in power at the time. Arthur Dion Hanna was the acting prime minister at the time, because you know where the prime minister was?
He was in England?
He was in London at the Templeton. And that's how Her Excellency Dame Marguerite, got her burst into public life because Penland tell a girl I gotta go, read that speech. And I heard she did it marvelously. And people say, boy, this little light-skinned girl from Andrews can read, eh? And boom, that thrusted her into public life. Mr. Penland came back to Nassau. Adriana was there trying to make sure that he, didn't get fired when Penland came back because there was no real communication. He really didn't have any clue what was going on. These chaps were down in Rugged Island. And so that is why I say that the former administration, without any guidance, altered the $100 bill, put this coconut bark brown on it. I don't even know what color that is, right? Mm-hmm. Why the $100 coconut bark brown? You can't tell me. Then they put Eddie Hanna face on it. They say they was trying to rush it before he dead. He's still dead, right? Mm-hmm. And the single most galvanizing event in Eddie Hanna's life, I will argue, I think the next most galvanizing moment for him was given by to Glennis Hanna Martin, right? The single most galvanizing moment in this man's life is accounted for in the history of the annals of the Bahamas, or the annals of the history of the Bahamas. And no one in that room thought that if we were gonna take Queen Elizabeth off the $100 bill and replace it with Eddie Hanna with a ball plate, that the least we could do is take the Blue Marlin off of that note and put the Flamingo on the back of it, even if we only did it as a commemorative bill for that 1 year, or even if we only did it for a commemorative bill for the 50th anniversary. No one in this room, all the smart people, you notice that, who've been to London, because they like to brag, but I've been to London to school. And I argue all the time that many of them have one bunch of school and they have absolutely no class, because they lack depth. And so you could have turned the bill pink, because there ain't no rule that say it can't be pink. If you could put coconut husk brown on it,
yeah,
you could have made a pink bill. And from here on in, people would have said, give me one Flamingo, boy. And you would have known, colloquially, that they mean $100 bill. And when little children in E.P. Roberts and, well, give me some more primary school, Claridge Primary and T.G. Glover and Uriah McPhee say, well, why they call it the Flamingo, mommy? You know what mommy could say to little Johnny?
May 10th.
May 10th, baby.
The sinking.
And may we never forget. Anyway, take us into Holy Scripture Spiritual Advisor.
Indeed. So somebody sent me some corrections for you. Let's do this quickly.
They won't correct me?
They say the Arnold Wilson is his name.
Arnold Wilson is his name.
Right. Not George.
I thought it was Andrew or George.
George was a former politician and educator.
Okay. Arnold Wilson is his name.
Now, which day? That was a Sunday that happened?
It was a Sunday.
Yeah, okay. It was a Sunday.
Sunday, Lieutenant Commander, well, now Captain Neely recounts, sometime around 3:30 in the afternoon. He says the day was so still and calm, you must have known that something would happen, because it was just one of those days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah.
But we're going to go to the Old Testament today. In your book, in your Bible, we're going to go to Ecclesiastes 9. The author there in Judaism, more than likely it's probably Solomon, writes about a common destiny for all. Very interesting verses indeed, something to reflect on. Although a lot of this stuff is cleared up in the New Testament and Christianity when Jesus came on the scene. And so Solomon says, I reflected on all this and concluded that the righteous and the wise and what they do are in God's hands. But no one knows whether love or hate awaits them. All share a common destiny, the righteous and the wicked, the good and the bad, the clean and the unclean, those who offer sacrifices and those who do not. Or as it is with the good, so with the sinful. As it is with those who take oaths, so with those who are afraid to take them. This is the evil in everything that happens under the sun. The same destiny overtakes all. The hearts of people, moreover, are full of evil, and there's madness in their hearts while they live, and afterward they join the dead. Anyone who is among the living has hope. Even a live dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. They have no further reward, and even their name is forgotten. Their love, their hate, and their jealousy have long since vanished. Never again will they have a part in anything that happens under the sun. Go, eat your food with gladness, and drink your wine with a joyful heart, for God has already approved what you do. Always be clothed in white, and always anoint your head with oil. Enjoy life with your wife, whom you love, all the days of this meaningless life that God has given you under the sun. All your meaningless days, for this is your lot in life, and in your toilsome labor under the sun. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there's neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verses 1 to 10. Very, very sobering indeed. Thank you, Medusa. The word of God is forever and ever blessed.
So they say love
Amen.
your wife all the days of your life.
That's important. You have to do that.
So what if you get a new wife?
What happens to the first wife?
I don't know.
So a lot of fellas like to go hop, skipping, and jumping, eh?
Yeah, you have to tell you. So when you get your new wife, you have to say, "New wife, I ain't fooling with you, because I still love what was she did, Beulah May. Me and Beulah May are in love all the days of my life. I only marry you right so. I don't want you to think I was in love with you or nothing like that. Wouldn't that be tragic?
But a common destiny for all, eh?
I guess. So these scriptures. Oh boy, spiritual advisors, sometimes these scriptures really take me for a loop. The love your wife, your whole life.
What's wrong
your
with
whole
that?
Meaning, what is it? Your whole meaningless life?
Well, it's
What if I-
getting
what
you
if
to
my life
understand
has
that.
great meaning?
Getting you to understand that this life is here for a while, and then it's no more.
And the best thing I can find to do is love my wife.
That's the best thing in
Wow,
life.
that is
Do
fantastic.
you recognize that the best thing God could ever done for man
Just give
was
me a wife.
give you a woman here, man?
Well, bless the.
That was the best thing
And here
ever.
I am, spiritual advisor. I
God's
thank you
gift
for
to
opening
man.
up my eyes.
That's
'Cause
deep, you know.
Here I am praying to God for things like money. For things like
the
travel.
best thing you could ever have is a woman. That's God's gift to you. When God saw that man was alone, God ain't make no money to give him.
That's where he gone wrong.
God gave
And
him
right after
the
that, woman cost man get put right out the garden.
Woman is the perfect
Think
fit.
about this, right?
Woman is
And
the
I-
perfect fit for
And I
man.
blame Adam, right? Because the Bible don't account for Adam sleeping no day before day 4, right? Adam was awake all this while. Soon as Adam gone to sleep, this woman pop up. Next thing I know, Adam was homeless.
But you gotta be careful how you analyze this now.
I tell you what I read in the scripture.
Because without the woman, we won't have a world. You recognize that, right?
No,
'Cause
God
once-
could just keep making people out of the day.
Because once the woman came out of the man, and then from there on in, man came out of the woman.
Jesus wept.
John 11 and 35. Yeah, Jesus wept for true.
But you agree that that before woman, man at home.
But
And as soon as woman reach,
yeah,
man end up homeless.
well,
Oh boy.
the best gift to man. Before woman came,
Yeah.
both man and God rested, but after woman came, man,
Jesus, matter
now
of fact-
God has rested ever since.
Not even that. Not even that. God don't even want to tolerate them because before woman reach, the Bible say God come down in the cool of the day to walk with man. That's correct?
Yeah.
God make woman. That's the last time he come down here.
Listen, don't listen to him. And this man sees the chairman of your organization. You see your chairman.
I am.
You see your chairman thing with
and
God?
I am pushing them towards a common, more loftier goal.
God's best gift to man is a woman.
God walked with Adam in the cool of the day for 4 days.
And the ultimate gift to man is Jesus
On the
Christ.
5th day when he make woman, God say, boy, I ain't coming down there. And next thing I know, Adam ain't had no home. Oh boy.
You kick out, eh?
Yeah. So if it's my first spiritual advisor, of course you know I'm doing something for the Flamingo, the whole of May face. You could see I got more things to give away. Y'all can see them? Yeah, I got more things to give away, spiritual advisor.
Boy, these some nice juicy steak. eh?
I told you, Anya Roll never fails
Wow.
me. She put up the picture of Anya Roll. I want people to see her. Anya Roll never fails me. I committed her to more tickets yesterday, and she said, "Leaving, no problem. Come for more ticket." So there you see Anya Roll. She never fails. If you have a problem, you go see Anya. Other than Jomo, Anya is the best thing I know. All right? Fantastic. So, I got more stuff to give away. We opening the phone lines again early today, Spiritual Advisor. You okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine, man. Yeah.
Good stuff. So we're gonna open the phone lines early today. You know, when people call me while I on air, you know what I just want to do to them? I just want to answer the phone and just let their minutes run out. Yeah, that's what I
Please be reminded, mind you, this was a habit that was accepted by some other folks. But listen, while you're here on TV,
I can't talk to you.
Please don't call our personal phones. I mean, come on, it's only common sense.
Yeah.
We're not going to answer them online. I mean, live on TV.
Yeah.
So if you need to
If you're having an emergency, call the ambulance. And if it's a fire, call the fire truck. But whatever you do, don't call me. You agree with that?
Yeah.
Good
But
stuff.
for me, I would take any call as it relates to my mother. If something is wrong with my mother, please call me, because I would love to have that call. Make no mistake about that.
Okay. Well, my mom a little delinquent, and so I guarantee you her phone probably dead right now, because her phone is be dead all the time. I don't know. Maybe she have an intergalactic space modulator she needs to communicate with, and it is just PM all the battery juice out of her phone. I'm not sure what's going on with my mommy. She's a little contrary. She's a contrarian. That's what the English language would call it. Right? But if it's May 1st, we're going to be talking about the Flamingo from here until the enemy, hopefully, I don't know, or whenever Rodney comes back. And then, I'm also looking forward to Dwayne Sands bringing me out some nominations tonight. I hear they having big smash down tonight. But see how Walker, you hear about that?
No, I haven't heard about that.
What you mean they use a big time F&M and you ain't know they F&M having something?
They don't
put you in the F&M group.
Bishop, what's going on, man? Bishop, you said
I hear
so
they
much.
having big time smash down for the F&M. You see how I giving y'all a plug? Don't say, I know I for Tanya F&M. I plug in y'all now. So, the one thing I want to know is, you give me the picture with the 5 people who say all them want run in Lucaya in Freeport. This is what the wind tell me. It ain't no way 5 F&M can run for 1 Lucaya seat. And what I want Dwayne Sands to do is put an end to this bunch of hogwash. All of this, we ain't know who can run where, end that foolishness. And let's just tell people where they running. If Dennerly Penn going in Sudden Shores, then you just tell Miriam, you tell us a long time ago. Nah, Miriam tell us this. Remember when Miriam say, I want to spend my life, whole life, mending broken people. So you, Miriam, you go mend broken people and let Dennerly Penn run in Sudden Shores. And then you figure out who can run in Lucaya and Michael and etc. etc. So Dr. Sands, it's May 1. We need some names, please. Not for my sake, but for God's sake. Anyway, we'll be right back after the break. Don't go anywhere. I'm Leland Miller. I'm here with the Spiritual Advisor, Bradley Roll. We'll see you on the next side of the break.
This segment of Freedom March is brought to you by Modernistic Garden and Pet Supply. For top quality dog food, shop online at modernisticgarden.com or visit our Palmdale, Carmichael, and Mullet Marathon locations today.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Levan Miller. We're on 103.5 FM The Beat. We're on 224 on cable. We're on 112 on Flow. We're on ILTV Studios on Facebook. Spiritual advisor, you could be okay?
Listen, I'm fascinated by this steak, man. This is doing something to me.
Yeah, we giving that away.
If this could only become real right now.
Sadi.
You see all this? You see this butter on this?
Sadi, it could look just like that. We even give you the butter and all.
This got bone in it? This a T-bone?
No, man. Bone. You could eat them steak even if you ain't got no teeth. Anyway.
Are you? Look at this, producer.
It is wonderful. It is wonderful.
Is there any way you could get a close-up on this, producer?
It's a big fat juicy steak.
This is a big fat juicy steak.
And it's going to be just like that on Saturday.
It has this look like a grain. It's not parsley.
That may be life leaf.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And look at this, look at this butter.
Yeah.
And you know, butter just make things better.
Praise the Lord. That's what happened.
Man,
so listen, when you go home today, and you see your wife who you must love for all of your meaningless life, you say to her, honey, don't move. And you go to the fridge and you take the butter and you rub that butter all over her. And when she asks you what you're doing, you tell her you listen to Freedom March today. And Bradley Roll, the spiritual advisor, he's a man of God.
Butter just make things better.
He say butter just make things better. And so, baby, you don't move while I just rub you down in this. And as I begin to blink, you'll become better as the night goes.
But whatever you do, don't put her on the grill. Don't fry her or don't bake her. Are your dogs hungry and tired of low-quality food? Give them the best at Modernistic. We carry all the top brands. Taste of the Wild, Diamond Naturals, Victor, and Nookshuk at the lowest prices in town. If you're on a budget, we've got 50-pound bags starting at just $49. And for limited time, buy any large bag of dog food and get a $10 coupon redeemable on select dog toys and treats. If you can't make it in, shop online at www.modernisticgarden.com and we'll deliver right to your door. Your pet deserves quality, your wallet deserves savings. Shop in store or shop online today. Hurry. Offer won't last. Thank you, producer.
Thank you very much, spiritual advisor. Anyway, in keeping with the mandate of the force, men and women continue to deploy spiritual advisor.
We have a call?
We got a call already?
Somebody sent me some information. This I didn't know.
I won't give them some information. What they calling me to tell me?
They say on May 10th, 1980, I see that they have Saturday in parentheses. Is that correct?
Go ahead.
They say 8 Cuban make fighter jets attacked, and I can't read the rest. The patrol boat HMBS Flamingo, a patrol boat of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, after Flamingo attempted to seize two Cuban fishing vessels, Pharaoh Shem, which is 165 foot, and Pharaoh Kim, 54, which had entered Bahamian territory, was near Ragged Island. Let me ask you a question. There's some islands near Ragged Island. There's the Key Lobos or?
Yeah, Key Lobos.
And what's the other one?
Key Santo Domingo?
Yeah. Now who those islands belong to?
I tell you what, you go poach there and find out. Just go poach, just poach, and see if Billy Stirrup don't listen to me. You'll be a part of the Tiptoe Brigade if we catch you.
Okay. We got a call.
Let's say I know what they call me to talk with yet because I ain't seen that. Hello, caller.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hi, Mr. Miller. How you doing?
Hi, good.
I'm Bradley. How you doing, Bradley?
Yes, ma'am. Be nice today now.
Okay, yes, I will.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Miller. I hear you mention Miriam, right? Emmanuel. But guess what? Miriam Emmanuel is Alice in Wonderland. She was there before. She don't know when Kong done. And tell her she's not a politician material, right?
Boy.
That is it. Okay. Then I have another problem in the House of Parliament. The Speaker. You know, ever since the PLP won, right?
Yeah.
And that Speaker was appointed.
Yeah.
Every time the F&M MPs go up and voice their concern and their freedom of speech, she hurry them up and she don't want them to speak.
Wow.
But only the PLP MPs could get up and speak as long as they wanted to. Okay?
Okay.
I want her to know that it's not a PLB house.
Okay.
And the problem is, right, when Shonda Cartwright did it with the mace because she drive him up the wall to do it. And at one time, she
So
told
why you ain't show the
Adrian
speaker
White
or the vendor? That
he
would
have
make better
children
sense to me.
older than Adrian White. And then the next time she tell Adrian White he backing up the wrong tree. She's a big, hairy woman, and she do not belong in that seat.
Okay.
But guess what? I hope next election, God spare my life, a red tie will be sitting in that chair. And I want her to know she meet Pinta there, she meet Shonda Cartwright there, and she meet Dr. Dwayne Sands there, and she's going to leave
No, she
them
didn't meet
there.
Dwayne Sands there.
That
When
house
when
right
she
now
reached
has
Dwayne
no
Sands was
governance.
gone.
And right now, that is the house that Jack built.
Oh, boy.
Because guess what? Everybody in the house under the PLB government right now is like Hansel and Gretel and Alice in the Wonderland.
Oh, boy.
Those FNM MPs, they campaign and they have a right to do their freedom of speech and to voice their concern. She cut off them FNM MPs, and she is wrong to do that.
Okay.
And the Prime Minister do not stop this woman, and the Prime Minister is wrong. And
Okay.
Patricia DeVoe, that speaker, she is wrong. But guess what? She better look at the next 11 months she have sitting in that chair.
Well,
Yeah.
well, thank you very much, caller. I'll tell you something. If
okay,
Shannon
madam.
Dawn Cartwright them was smart,
One more?
they would hire her, this woman who called just now, to be a speech coach because she learned how to talk and don't breathe. And maybe if Shannon Dawn Cartwright them would stop trying to breathe all the time, then the speaker wouldn't be able to interrupt them. Because if you talk and don't breathe, what's breathing for? Just talk. You don't need, what you want to breathe? That doesn't make sense. Okay, caller, you on there. What's up?
Hello.
Hi.
Spiritual advisor.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm beautiful.
Great.
Levon,
Hey,
you all right?
I feel fine.
I called to get food a big fat juicy steak.
You ain't give me a chance to ask y'all no question, and I
I
thought
know
you
the
called to
question
tell
for
me
me
you.
because I know you want to know who's your barber. You asked him yesterday. I write it down so I can answer the question today.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well, I gotta tell you, I ain't think about the question. Give me the name of any 4 people who ain't dead on the Flamingo crew.
Oh, Ian dead?
Mm-hmm.
You talk about that today?
Man, I opened the show with that. You just reach 8.
Oh, no, let me see.
Oh Lord.
Who didn't die?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Oh Lord.
Denzel Clark?
Mm-hmm.
That's one?
Yeah, that's 1.
I think Oscar Miller.
That's 2.
What's the next fellow name? Anthony Russell.
That's 3.
Trevor Sands.
That's 4. Okay.
Oh, praise the Lord.
All right. Let's see that.
Yeah, well, you get one of these. You want steak or chicken?
I want
She
steak.
said she
I
want
want
a big,
2
juicy
steaks.
steak.
I want
Yeah.
one for me and one for my movie.
Now, hold on. Now you gotta call back for your movie on. Only way you get 2 is if you just go to about, if you're under 40, take a name producer, is if you're under 40 and you got one pair of sore fans you won't carry with you sadly, then you'll get 2. But if you ain't got no pair of sore fans.
Thank you very much.
All right, caller.
Thank you.
Anyway, like I was saying, spiritual advisor, in good old RBDF fashion, men and women of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force continue to deploy. And praise the Lord, they are beginning to come back home. More brave men have gone though. Commander Fritz is on his way. Lieutenant Commander Colby is on his way. And Lieutenant Darren Bethel are on their way to Haiti. And contrary to popular belief, I suspect that they will be even better than the first batch that went. I think that all the kinks are ironed out now. I think all of the things that we were concerned about. And I saw a communication today, I'll read it for you, that said, Bahamas' first deployment rotation to Haiti. The Bahamas is conducting its first deployment rotation, sending a new team to join the multinational security support mission in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. The MSSM mandate is to support the Haitian National Police in countering gangs, restoring security, and creating conditions for free and fair elections. The plane carrying the Royal Bahamas Defense Force officers departed from Nassau this morning and will arrive at Louverture Toussaint International Airport in Haiti. The contingent is to be received by Force Commander Godfrey Autogun, SAIG, and Deputy Force Commander Colonel Eldon Morgan. The 6-member team deployed from 18 October 2024 will be relieved of duty on station and return to the Bahamas later this afternoon. The Minister of National Security, along with senior officials from the ministry, the Commander of the Defense Force, the Captain of Coral Harbor, other executive members, and the Director General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs were present to see off the deployed team and welcome to the returning team. Members of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force Secretariat were also present to warmly send off and welcome the Bahamas team members. The Bahamas joins other personnel contributing states to the MSSM. I have to read the thing. Oh,
No.
What would they be calling me to say if I ain't telling them what the statement say?
Okay.
Okay. Including, you're right. and they called before I say anything on the line. Anyway, so they're joining by Jamaica, Kenya, Jamaica, Belize, Guatemala, and El Salvador. The Bahamas remains committed to the supporting of the MSSM, the Multinational Security Support Mission in Haiti, contributing to the overall security of the people of Haiti and the Caribbean region. And right out the gate, I want to just ask this question. What is the name of the 3 people we send in to replace the 6 we bring back? Go ahead, caller, you on.
You're live, caller. Go ahead. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Dan there, next call.
Are you there, my friend?
Hello?
Hi.
I'm telling you, you are saying that the survivor is Gregory Clark. His name is Gregory Curry.
No, she said Denzel Clark.
But you said for Gregory.
She ain't saying nothing but Gregory. She said Denzel.
I mean, Levan's call of the survivors, his name is Gregory Curry, not Gregory Clark.
I call him Gregory Clark?
Yes,
Oh, my apologies. And I know his name very well. His name is Gregory Curry.
his name is Gregory Curry.
Force Chief Petty Officer Gregory Curry.
That's right.
Yes. If I said Clark, Force Chief, please don't kill me when you see me. It was a Freudian slip of the tongue.
I'm going to let him know right now you call him Gregory Clark.
Oh, God,
Thank
no,
you.
please. Force, wherever you are, I know that you are a man with great humility and that you always temper justice with mercy. Have mercy on me, Force Chief. Who else? And we got another one? Yeah, what is the name of the 3 people who going to replace the 6 people or the 8 people who just come back?
Hey, Miller,
I know who this is. Hey,
listen to me. Those 3 people this woman called is incorrect.
what?
Oscar Miller,
Uh-huh.
Oscar Miller is dead.
Yeah, but he ain't dead that day, Chief. He dead 100 million days later.
You said who's still alive.
No, I know Dusty Miller. Oh, boy. Okay, well, Chief, tell you what. I can take a ticket back. You want me to take a ticket back, Chief?
I'm going to correct you with something else, one more thing.
Uh-huh.
Let me correct you. That incident occurred on a Saturday evening.
Saturday evening.
Okay.
Saturday evening, later on a Saturday evening, and we learned about it
Sunday
on a
morning.
Sunday morning.
Right.
Okay.
I went to...
You still there?
No, I'm sorry to the incident, the Flamingo incident.
Right.
Turn your radio
Turn
down.
the radio down, Chief. Just talk to me.
My radio's down.
Okay.
Okay.
But anyhow, let's try to give you the correct answer, man.
So I'm saying to you, you say that the incident happened Saturday night and you all learn of it early Sunday morning.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, that is what I know to be true.
Right. And also, like I was telling you, the people she announced, you said they was alive that day, so I ain't going to go with that.
Okay, so don't take a ticket back, because if you tell me take a ticket back, she'll have no ticket right now.
I'm not getting... You're making that call, not me, bro.
All right, and happy anniversary, eh? That's entry 3, right?
You know you're supposed to fire your shot first, man. Come on, man. Don't
Entry 3, happy anniversary. They are 45 years today.
They know the third world.
Yeah, and you all is the ones who cut the bush in the corral by here?
Exactly. We cut the way.
Oh, boy. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, Chief.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right. So entry 3, happy 45th anniversary. And so anyway, we still come on, call?
Okay, welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hi, the 3 are Colby, Fritz, and Bethel.
Colby, Fritz, and Bethel.
Yes, sir.
All right, you want a juicy steak or you want...
Yes.
Oh, you want chicken? Listen, man, we got some nice barbecue chicken here
No,
too,
you
you know.
don't tell the people we got juicy steak. Yeah, you tell the
man.
people we got juicy steak, spiritual
Well, listen.
advisor. They ain't listening to you.
This look like half a chicken here, man.
Give me the steak.
Boy, this...
All right,
That
caller.
juicy steak that you see on that ticket, that's for me.
All right, but hold
Okay.
the line.
Thank you so much. God bless
All
you
right.
all.
Let me ask a question.
Okay, spiritual advisor, you
Levi.
ask one now.
Now, I'll ask you,
Mm-hmm.
how much money did the Cuban government give the Bahamas government for the sinking of the HMBS Flamingo?
$500,000 for the ship, $100,000 for each loss of life.
Boy, I heard the government got 10 million.
Who told you that?
Is that true?
Who told you that? 10 million? I know I might be calling the number wrong. It was 10 million.
I don't know. Does anybody know how much money did the
remember
Cuban
it being no
government
$10
give the
million.
Bahamas government for the sinking of the HMB at Flamingo? Was it
I remember it being $10
500,000 or
million.
was it 10 million? You know something? I believe it may have been $10 million.
$10 million?
I don't.
That don't sound right to me.
Could somebody confirm that for us? But somebody from the Defense Force is saying
$10 million? Mm-hmm. They might have been right. They might have been 10 million. I don't remember it being 10 million. I know they gave each person that died
so. Because I
$100,000.
mean, would 500,000 be enough to replace that vessel?
In 1980, possibly.
$500,000.
I don't know. We'll see. Call me and tell me if I'm wrong. Case me out. Let me know when I'm wrong. What is the name of the brigade that they have down there in Haiti? If you give me that, I can give you this one for a chicken, because I just give you all this information. So for a chicken ticket,
Yeah, because this chicken look good too.
for a chicken ticket, tell me what they name, producer, if they call. Anyway, but in the meantime, while Wayne Monroe isn't just busy sending troops away and bringing troops back, I also have something else I'd like Wayne Monroe to do if he could find time in his busy schedule while we waiting on Dwayne Sons and the Free National Movement to name candidates, right? Because since they ain't named no candidates, technically, there's nobody over there to talk about, right? You got to name candidates if you want me to talk with them. You agree with that?
Okay, yeah, this is true.
Because I can't just talk about 5 people in one constituency. That'd make no sense. And you got Tenley Penn, Miriam Emanuel.
But do they have to name these people right now, though? At this stage of the game?
You don't do that to me. He say, as early as May 1st, you should hear names. So if he come out tonight and only name Michael Bentard, at least he wouldn't be a liar.
Okay. So where's the showdown tonight?
C.R. Walker.
Okay.
And you say half of them you should know.
C.R. Walker.
Yeah.
Okay.
I expect at least one name tonight. Anyway, before we get to the birthday party and I run out of time, if you could give me the name of the security team down in Haiti, you'll get yourself a ticket. But in the meantime, Minister of National Security, please call the parliamentary registrar and tell him that if you move a government service, it is only a common courtesy that you would put up a real sign so that people that want to occupy the service know exactly where it is. Tell the call I come in. Take me to the sign with the parliamentary registration thing closed first. Who the sign for? Who supposed to see that?
The Parliamentary Registrar Department would like to advise the public that we have moved to our new location at the Hotel Union Complex on Harold Road. All services are available there. Office hours are from 9:30 a.m. to
Now,
4
if anyone,
p.m.
now for a juicy steak, if you could tell me where that sign is, I'll give you a juicy steak. Because only the parliamentary registrar must know where that is. I couldn't imagine that someone that received a government salary thought that it was intelligent to put, I don't know what this is. This is like a scroll from out of the Bible.
Which should be good, if it is.
First of all, this is a piece of laminated paper somewhere.
Where's this building on our road?
If somebody could call me and tell me where that sign is, they could have a steak. I'll give you a steak for that.
But those signs are huge, though. You see that?
Nonsense.
They're big.
Nonsense. That sign is about a 16 by 24, if that.
Why
I got pictures in my house bigger than that.
Really?
You mean to tell me y'all couldn't call Tin Vision and tell Tin Vision, boy, I see y'all has put up big signs. Make me one big sign that say, we ain't here no more. So if you could tell me where this is why we should start firing people, you know. If I was the minister and someone do this right here, boy, go call your lawyer. And you don't come back to work and tell your lawyer rich.
It appears to be an official notice, though, because it has the government coat of arms on it.
They could have write the Chick Chani on that. It wouldn't have mattered to me. If you put a sign where no one could see it, is it an actual sign? If a tree fall in the wood and no one is around to hear it, does the tree make a noise?
According to nature, it does.
I want them to start firing Negroes for this kind of foolishness. And so you mean to tell me now that if I am somebody that is disabled, I park in this little silly parking lot that is up a hill, only to find out that the Parliamentary Registration Department move, and I got a bad hip or a bad ankle, or who comes up with these things?
Somebody who's in charge.
And that's why we should fire more of them.
The naming of the candidates will not be tonight. as it has been presented, as it has not
No,
been
man, the
presented to the
chairman
council
say,
yet.
I
They
care
have
nothing but
not
no
been presented to
council.
the council. It will be in the next 2 weeks, okay?
Yeah. And that's exactly why they're in opposition. Because you can't come out the gate lying. You tell me May 1st. Anyway, so if you can tell me where this awkward nonsense is, I'll give you a steak.
All right, we got
Let's
some
take the
callers.
call.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Hi.
Hi.
That sign is located on off Farrington Road by the old Parliamentary building.
You absolutely
You're
correct.
correct. And looks like you're going to get one of these big, fat, juicy steaks.
How you know that's where it is? You know because you know this picture. I mad the producer put us on the wire. I wanted him to just leave it on the rock wall. So
On
the
the rock wall, yeah.
Yeah. Look at this stupidness. That look sensible to you? Caller?
Yeah?
That look like sensibleness right there?
No, that ain't no sensibleness. You can't see that from the road.
Who's supposed to see that? You must be supposed to use
No.
the spirit of the Lord must be supposed to reveal this sign to you.
You'll see it when you go to the door.
I want them to start firing people. That's what we need to start. Start firing Negroes. That's what we have to do if we can fix this place, you know.
Yes, sir.
When we give you a job, we can fix the whole Bahamas in 1 year. When we give you the job, if the money go missing, guess where you go? To the calaboose. If we give you the job and you do something stupid like put a 16 by 24 on a rock wall under a roof that no one can see, you go home and don't come back till when? Don't come back till your lawyer come. Because you out here. And I'll have one bunch of lawsuit pile up high as Jericho wall. But you know what the public service will be doing? Functioning. Anyway.
But listen, we have some nice mouth-watering juice.
You didn't tell the
dripping
people about the big fat
chicken
juicy
quarters,
steak.
man. Laced with barbecue sauce. Ooh, this is making me hungry. We
boy.
got some chicken here as well, man. You got 6 chicken tickets left.
So you said the F&M say they ain't naming no candidate?
No,
They busy.
no. They said that those names have to go to the council first.
They busy.
And then in the
Yeah,
next 2
because
weeks.
life in opposition so taxing that they have all kind of things they need to be doing. That they can't just name candidates as if they ain't already got people on the ground. Oh boy. You see the foolishness? Anyway, so since the woman called and talked about the speaker, producer, take me to the clip in the House of Assembly yesterday. Did you see the House of Assembly yesterday?
Something went down.
Absolute theater, right?
Something went down
You must have seen it.
about my kind of fun or something like that.
I don't know. All I know is Michael was there, the
Fun
speaker
guy.
was there. Who else was there? We got time to play the clip before we go to the break? That'll be the first one.
We have any calls waiting, producer?
Take the call.
Welcome to Freedom March Call. You're live.
Afternoon, spiritual advisor.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mr. Miller.
Hi.
Now, Mr. Miller, we
Hey.
all do know this time to get on the road and campaign, right? Now, the PLP, if they want to call the election now, they have for them go lose. You know why they go lose? Because Sprinter look like he ain't know what he doing.
But I don't have no faith in Michael Bentard. He couldn't fix Arawaki.
And who tell them the Bahamian people is going to trust him again? He being right there with Menace. When Menace was the prime minister, and couldn't open up his mouth to the prime minister.
Yeah.
He couldn't open up his mouth to Menace. Everything when Menace said, he could not even crack a teeth to Menace.
Not a teeth.
What mouth to say? I watched right there, spiritual advisor, they're smiling when that woman was talking. Good about the F&M and how just that's what's happening.
Caller.
Let me tell you something. Parkers, you all waiting for whoever you're sending. So be,
Oh,
don't be
praise
waiting
the
for
Lord.
the road before
That's your
the
cousin?
last year.
Well, caller, let me ask a question.
And Bacchus is your cousin?
When you was growing up and your grandma tell you, if you back talk me, I'll slap every teeth out your mouth. What used to do? No. I'm just, you talking about, you say pen, well, listen.
No, caller.
No. I'm just using. Listen, I'm using as a reference to Michael Pentard under Dr. Menace.
Yeah.
You know, Dr. Menace was the absolute authority.
And he got big hand,
You
boy.
can
You
back
ever see
talk
Dr.
him.
Menace
You can challenge him.
Dr. Menace
He had ultimate power.
Dr. Menace's hand so big, Dr. Menace could slap your whole face. You know that?
Yeah, so that's
That
why
ain't
I'm
no
using
regular
that scenario.
hand. And Michael have a small head. He can't take that chance.
You can't blame Michael
Yeah, I
Pentard
agree with
nor
the
any one of those
spiritual
folks
I
for
agree
not
with the
speaking up
spiritual
or
advisor.
challenging Dr. Menace. He had the absolute authority.
Yeah.
So you had to keep quiet.
Yeah. So let's see what happened in the House of Assembly yesterday between the leader of the opposition and the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Topping news tonight, after years of uncertainty, there is a new wave of optimism surrounding the future of the iconic Grand Bahama Grand Locayan Hotel. Reports now point to a potential buyer finally closing in. It's sparking hope that the island's economic fortunes may soon be turning a corner. Our Laurencia Smith has
The light at the Shire, one of the leading developers to
departure from the opposition Free National Movement has nothing to do with his membership of the Public Accounts Committee. That's according to a member of Parliament who...
Anyway, you see how they trying to ambush my show? Michael Pinter, don't ambush my show. Don't go anywhere. Let me get back. I got the clip right here. Yeah, I have the clip right here. You'll hear it on the next side of the break, Michael Pinter. We'll be back after this break right here on Freedom March. I'm Levan Miller. Brandy Roll is in the studio with me. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Just through the break. Welcome back to Freedom March. I'm Levan Miller. Let's go straight to the clip. You got the clip? Let's go straight to the clip so you can see what happened in the Parliament yesterday. Michael Pintat, you can't ambush my show.
He is an object of fun as far as I'm concerned. comedian at work.
I will never participate in your fun, my brother. Never,
Thank you,
ever, ever. Madam, Mr. No, I'm saying, no, listen, listen, what I'm saying to you, don't talk about fun and me. No, listen to me. Just calm down, young man. I want you to calm down. No, just calm down, relax. Get the member to comport himself, to behave in a responsible. Relax, feel free. Relax, and have a seat. Madam Speaker, you will. Go ahead. Yes, yeah. Oh my, you should relax, man. This is not unbecoming. It's unbecoming. It's unbecoming.
Members!
I ain't got a word. Hey, Foxel, I ain't got a word in yes.
Metaphorically speaking, I have to expunge that from the records.
Madam.
But I ain't pork in head for a long time.
Madam Speaker, there's one of the challenges we have with the high rate of crime in the country, Madam Speaker, and I trust you have expunged everything that the member had to say on his feet, Madam Speaker. That's correct? The unparliamentary language, Madam Speaker?
Be consistent.
Just for the sake, I want to be clear on that you're expunging everything that the member had to say in that last diatribe.
That I would expunge the statement that he made about porking and head.
So again, Madam Speaker, the anger that we have in the country is largely contributing, Madam Speaker, to the level of homicide and violence. And it's most regrettable that a honorable member of the House would engage in that kind of anger, Madam Speaker, that led to him speaking in an unparliamentary manner and a threat, Madam Speaker, a threat, Madam Speaker. It is most unfortunate, it is most unfortunate, Madam Speaker. And so it is my hope, Madam Speaker, that the violent language that the member is using is most unbecoming. So I'd like to finish, Madam. I'd like to finish my presentation, Madam Speaker. He should comport himself and be responsible.
And so you see the member for Foxhill threatening to pork the member for, where you from? Marco City? Inside his head. And I thought about what he said. Oh, the violence in this country is getting out of hand. It's because of things like this. La 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 da day 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 day. Whole lot of stuff.
Waiting. We're at the 5 o'clock.
You want to do birthday?
Time. We got to do some birthdays, and of course, I want to send condolences to the Roll and McPhee family.
Okay.
And then I want to send a word of advice to the leader of the opposition.
Okay. You want me to just finish this sentence?
Yeah, go ahead.
If they commit crime, they better don't do it nowhere near Arawaki, Michael Bentad, because Jomo Campbell put up so much camera. If you take a teaspoon of salt, we will get you. And we have caught the perpetrator of the shooting of the Holiday Pass that committed that heinous act, an act of terrorism, I'm calling it, at the Arawaki. And I've confirmed it today in the news that we've got him. Pookie, I told you we would get you. Pookie, you stood no chance against our resources. You and your friends, we're going to weed you all out from whichever crevices you hide in. And Jomo Campbell is making sure of that, because if you think you could come out there and pork someone in their head out on Arawaki. So I don't know where you ought to take your social cues from. But if you take it from the parliament or from whatever you all listen to, Pookie, don't let Michael Bentad run you up on breaks talking about, oh, if you misbehave in the parliament, just why the people outside. If you misbehave anywhere in the vicinity of Arawaki, woe will be unto you. Spiritual advisor?
So we're going to do, let's do these birthdays quickly. We got one birthday. Brandon McKenzie is celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to Brenda McKenzie. Celebrating today, and greetings coming from all of our siblings, family members, and friends.
Okay.
Happy birthday to Brenda McKenzie.
You want to do some shout outs? You want to do some shout outs?
So let me do condolences going out to the Roll and McPhee family.
Oh, yes.
Down there in Roll Village. Rest in peace to matriarch Carmetta Roll. This is my father's first cousin.
Wow.
I believe they're two sisters' children.
Wow.
Sunrise, February 9th, 1926. Sunset, May 1st, 2025. So to all the Roll and McPhee family down there in Roll Village, condolences to you all. May the God of all comfort be with all of you during this hour of your bereavement. Condolences to Sean and all the family members who at this time will be mourning a loss, along with the Roll and McPhee family. May she rest in peace.
Yeah.
Now, all roads are going to lead to C.R. Walker High School tonight at 7 p.m.
Why they naming the candidates?
The F&M Central Zone meeting. Come feel the energy and hear Party Leader Michael Pinta, Deputy Leader Shandon Cartwright, and other powerful voices. This is the movement, loud, bold, and ready to win. Don't miss it. Fired up and ready to go. Hashtag F&M. Give me a second. Hashtag F&M, hashtag Road to 2026. Well, listen, Michael Pinta, I want to say something to you. As leader of the opposition and a member of Parliament for Marco City.
Marco City.
I want you to go back to that tape with that episode that took place in the House. And I could confidently tell you, look at the face of the member of Parliament for Kalani. Listen to me. I know that look.
Wow.
If I were you, the member of Parliament for Fox Hill is your least concern. Don't worry. You don't need to worry about him. He's not your concern.
Right. Him or his fun.
And don't worry about the pork and the head either.
Okay.
All right, that's your least concern.
Okay.
Listen to me, Mr. Pendad. Mr. Michael Pendad, the leader of the Free National Movement, I want you to listen to me very carefully. Go back, look at that tape, and look at the face of the member of Parliament for Kalani. Listen to me. I know that look.
Wow.
A word to the wise.
He looked like he was sitting there thinking about how he could be a FNA and be in the House of Assembly. And so I see the look of consideration and contemplation on the face of the member for Kalani, and he figured out that since he can't be a FNM, because he look like he won't be a part of that anyway, he's gonna figure out how to be
something being planned.
In here, I telling you, and
something is being strategically planned,
my brother. Have to listen to this any longer. So let me send some shout outs before we get to the phone line. Shout out to Miss V Brennan, her and Ebony. They're tuning into the show. So Miss V Brennan, thank you very much for tuning into the show. Of course, you know the South Tower of the Twin Towers made sure that I got that message today. She sent it to me on the foot of a dove, and I received it, and I told her, have no fear. I would be sure to ensure that we said hello to you today here on Freedom March. And also, Spiritual Advisor, yesterday you inspired me. You talked about T. Mott, yes?
Yeah.
And he's a banker, and you met him.
Yeah, you see us at Scotiabank, Michael Road.
Well,
very professional young man.
Along my sojourn as an adult male, in a time when banks were not very friendly to young black men, I met some women along the way that have changed the trajectory of my life, financially, economically, and otherwise, even professionally. And so to those women, I'm going to call their names, Carla Pratt, Erica Roll, and Norma Thompson, who have been, categorically, unequivocally life-changing to me throughout my journey as a young man, and especially Norma Thompson, who is still somehow involved in my life and in the inner workings of my banking today. They have been fantastically wonderful, and even now that I'm an old man, you see the bed is gray, they still look after my well-being and my welfare wherever they see me. And so I wanted to shout them out, Norma and the girls at Commonwealth Bank on Carmichael Road. And they say that they also look at the show every day for you, spiritual advisor. So
Carmichael and Blue Hill,
Blue Hill and Carmichael,
okay,
where we build a road that can't get into the next road. Yeah, how do you get off of Blue Hill Road onto Carmichael? You can't. You have to go to the Man Shopping Plaza. Yeah? That have to be unlawful somewhere. Anyway, so Norma and the team, thank you all so much for always being so kind to me. Erica Roll, I mean, and can I also say to you, spiritual advisor, they must have all been drinking from the same water fountain because they all look identical to how they looked when I met them 22 years ago.
Wow.
I don't know what they're using. I don't know. We got calls, producer?
Welcome to Freedom House Call. You're live.
Hello.
Hi.
You're live, caller.
Hi, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please allow me to wish my grandson a happy birthday.
Okay, go ahead.
His name is Donovan Farrington DJ Jr. He's 19 years old today, and he's sitting in the Jeep, I'm sure, waiting for this birthday wish from his family. Miss Grammy. Love you, DJ. Thank you all.
You're welcome. Take care.
Me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Spiritual advisor, we got to find a way to give out some more of these.
Yeah, so listen, we got some nice, big, fat, juicy chicken quarters here. I'm going to ask a question, a religious question for anyone who can answer. This quarter chicken will be yours. There was a man in the Old Testament whose name was Naaman. What was his defect? How many times was he asked to dip, and which river was he asked to go and dip in? Okay? If you can answer that question,
the phone line should be blazing up.
You will get this big, fat, juicy chicken quarter with all this juice and barbecue sauce dripping off it.
Wow.
All right?
All right.
There's a man in the Old Testament, Naaman. What was his defect? He had a problem. What was it? He had a disease, a skin disease. What was it? How many times was he asked to go and dip? And which river was he asked to dip in? 323-7775.
We can get him an easy one?
Yeah.
Give me the name of the first female deputy commander of the Defense Force. Pretty much he could get that.
6980775 or 6980776. Welcome to Freedom House Call. You're live. Are you there, caller? 323-7775 698.
Afternoon. Spiritual, how are you doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I have Mr. Levan, how you doing today?
Hi, good.
Okay, brother. I mean, I watch your show every day, man. You all very, very inspiring.
We appreciate you.
Okay.
We appreciate you.
I have a situation here, man.
Okay.
I need some help with.
Go ahead.
Okay. My daughter had to purchase a piece of property. You hear me?
Yes. Your daughter purchased a piece of property.
You're right. And she went and she put the monies down, and the money is supposed to be in escrow. You're familiar with what I'm saying?
Where she put the money down?
She put the money down. We went in, actually in a church. But the gentleman, he has some properties we were supposed to be checking on. And she gave him the down payment. And I was there. I signed the paper. The other guy who was there, he signed the paper. The gentleman who had the property said it was his property. He signed the paper. And now, what's going on now? The gentleman had died. I think he died about a year and a half ago. You hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and what's going on now? Every time we try to contact his daughter, who was in charge of the estate, they're getting her run around. She's not answering the phone. Every time my daughter try to contact her, she says she put it off another meeting. But the other day, I was working and I saw the guy who actually, hello, you can hear me?
Go ahead, quickly.
Okay, I saw the guy was actually in the place that was signing the papers with us. And he told me that all we need to do is take the papers with the lawyer back to this lady's office. But the lady is not, she told me that the lady stopped answering his phone. And it's almost $8,000. I think it's $8,000 he put down for the property, yes, for, you know. So I know the lady's name and everything. But how do I go about dealing with that, sir?
You need a lawyer?
I need a lawyer.
Yes, but how do I go? Her name is Tara Knowles. What's the daddy's name?
You need a lawyer. So what to do? Tell all this information you have. Please to call producer. Take all this information you have. Take it to a lawyer. A lawyer is going to do a search to find out who the owner of the property is.
Yeah,
Once the lawyer decides that, the lawyer is going to track down whoever this woman is you say she is. And when the lawyer tracks them down, the lawyer is going to serve them with a summons. Luckily for you, in the last 5 years, the magistrate's court cap has been risen from $5,000 to $20,000. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that, no.
And so you could go in there and get your whole $8,000 back, caller. That's the best piece of advice I got for you as a not lawyer. All right? Try that. If that don't work, try it again and then call me.
So it seems if they just signed a letter of intent.
Well, you got to be very careful these things you sign. Let the lawyer read the paper. Lawyers is read better than most people. Let's take another call, producer.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live. Go ahead, caller.
All right, I wanted to answer that very, very easy question.
Yeah. This voice sounds familiar. This ain't the same voice from the first time.
No.
Oh, okay.
This is my first time ever calling into this show.
Welcome.
Okay. Welcome to Freedom March, ma'am.
Welcome to Freedom March.
Which question are you going to answer?
The one about naming.
Okay, great. So you're a Bible student, eh?
Try to be.
Okay. So how many times? What was his defect?
Leprosy.
Okay, good. And how many times did he have to dip?
7 times in the Jordan.
Okay, great. You're on your way to a big, fat, juicy chicken quarter.
And then we say, you can't send me to one of them other fancy place to dip. And Jesus say, you the one with leprosy, right?
Correct.
You don't dip in the Jordan. I know one thing, I ain't got no leprosy.
Now, I had one concern that I got into you guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you're traveling west on Carmichael Road, and you're at the light of Faith Avenue, and traveling west, and if you drive a little bit a little bit further, and you're turning right on the Samilo Butler, I'm thinking?
Yes.
In between those two lights, it's very dangerous. I've reached out to the Member of Parliament for Carmichael.
Keith?
Yeah, as well as the...
Keith didn't return my phone call, so I don't think he can return yours.
We just need some striping, man.
But I think they actually need the light to work. What happens is I think the light is not on time there.
Which is fine, but once persons are coming from east to west, they use the single lane to go into
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right. Extremely dangerous.
Right. So they need to mark it out so you'll know exactly where you get in line to turn to go on the
Fixing the light would also help a whole lot because remember now the turn light should cut off at some point before that eastern traffic starts to flow again.
Yeah.
But you all like to knock down light every holiday. So since you all is knocked down the light them so much.
Yeah, the striping is correct. They need to have yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
So soon as Keith answer my phone call, I can tell him you say paint the pen in the road, okay?
Pink, white, doesn't matter. Just stripe it.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So anybody want to answer my easy question now? Because I couldn't imagine that was the easy question. Who is the first female deputy commander of the Defense Force?
Yes, she won one. Yeah.
You take her name? You got to call back and give us your name. You're so excited to talk to Keith. You just hang up the phone and we have this whole juicy chicken here for you. Give them the number, Spiritual.
323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Call you there.
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
No appearance.
Are you there, caller? Welcome to Freedom March.
They must don't want these chicken.
Welcome to Freedom March. Caller, you live.
Hey. Cut your radio down. Hey.
Hey, good afternoon. Captain Natasha Miller.
That is the very correct answer.
All right, so you're going to get a nice, big, fat, juicy, mouth-watering chicken quarter.
All the line, the producer.
All the juice and the barbecue sauce dripping off this man.
Now, I didn't tell the people yesterday, spiritual advisor, when we take your name and your number, right, we're going to have a list with the names and the numbers. So when you come, you could give them your number, and that's how they'll know it's you, because only you can know your number, right? And your name. But come to the studio to pick up the ticket, because I ain't going to have it. So don't flag me down nowhere, because I don't have it.
And callers, please. You can't tell me you send an answer to my phone because we didn't ask you to send any answers to my cell phone.
Yeah.
My cell phone is private for me, okay? You're going to have to call the main line, 323-7775 or 6980-775 or 6980-776. You must call these numbers to win these tickets. My phone cannot give you these tickets, all right? These tickets don't belong to me. They belong to Levon Miller.
Oh, no. They belong to Anya Road.
All right.
So I have another one.
Yeah.
What is the name of the new Trinidadian Prime Minister and how old is she?
What is the name of the new Trinidadian Prime Minister and how old is she?
And what has she proven to us? Let's go, caller. You on?
You're live, caller.
Caller, you there? Yeah, no. Cut that call. Let's take another one. Good afternoon. Welcome to Freedom March. You got to be ready to go when you call the show, eh?
And ask them to turn their phone, their televisions and radio down, man.
All right.
That's the big problem.
Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
Hello.
Hi.
Go ahead. You're live.
I want to answer the question for the Deputy Commissioner.
Somebody didn't answer that one, but since you on the air, you get a chance to tell me what is the name of the new Trinidadian Prime Minister and how old she is and what I say about her.
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh, Lord.
Well, could you answer this question then? Baptism.
Uh-huh.
Is it sprinkling or burial?
It is what?
Is baptism sprinkling or is it a burial?
Sprinkling.
This woman ain't safe.
Really?
This woman ain't safe.
So how do you say that? I mean, how do you explain that? Explain that. You say baptism is sprinkle.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a scripture you can find that in the Bible, and then you'll have this ticket.
I know that.
Thank you, God. Thank you for trying.
Thank you yourself.
Yeah. So if you know the name of the new Trinidadian Prime Minister,
Lord,
how old she is, and what I say about her, what I say about her is just, for laughs.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
Hello.
Hi.
You're live, caller.
Hi.
Welcome to Freedom March.
I called to answer the question about the Trinidadian Prime Minister.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Her name is Kamala Prasad
Bessassa.
And she is 73 years old.
And what I say about her?
I don't know what you said about her.
She has proven to us that you could do anything in life as long as you don't dead.
Well, I'm sure.
All you have to do is just don't dead.
Just live.
And if you don't dead, boy, you might become Prime Minister.
That's true.
All right. Hold the line for the producer. He'll take your name and your number, and we have a ticket here for you. As a matter of fact, she looks very vivacious. Yeah?
That's what you said?
Play the clip with the Trinidadian Prime Minister for me after she won in Trinidad the other night.
You get three chicken and 3 steaks left.
I can't hear no audio.
And criminals come into your homes. I tell you again, load up your matic, light them up, empty the clip.
And so that is the Trinidadian Prime Minister. Somewhere in one of her speeches, I think it was after the elections was held, she said that they're going to be introducing, and this is actually a conversation I think we have to have here in the Bahamas soon. Trinidad is going to introduce firearm carry laws. They're going to introduce new home invasion laws. She say, and when the criminals and the rapists break in your house, load up your matic. You know what the song comes to my mind? Pass me the laser beam. Come let me wipe out the wicked them clean. And light them up. That's what the Prime Minister say. Anyway, we'll see. I'm Levon Miller on Freedom March. Bradley Roll, the spiritual advisor here, and we'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you for staying with us. Stephen Miller is here. I'm here with Bradley Roll, the spiritual advisor. You see, we didn't give away one bunch of free things, right? I can do this again because I didn't send them a shout out. Tell me what my barber name. Tell me where he located. Tell me what he shop name, right? And if you did good, tell me if they sell anything else. I don't know how good y'all is. But this one, you gotta be a man under 40. I only just give this one out to Negroes under 40. Here's the criteria. You gotta be under 40 and you got to have a pair of soft hands who is free and available Saturday. Because I don't want you to carry her no cold stick. I want you to tell soft hands, put on a little tiptoe shoes, and I want her to go there and I want her to tiptoe when she walk on board Coral Harbor Base while she enjoy, what you call a steak, spiritual advisor?
Big, fat, and juicy.
While she enjoying this big, fat, juicy steak.
Mouth-watering.
So if you don't have you one little tenderoni somewhere, don't call. If you ain't under 40, don't call. See, I want to make sure management know young people listening to the show too.
Mm-hmm.
And if she ain't free Saturday, so she got to go to work. Boy, tough titty said to kitty when the milk ran dry. Hey, we won't put an age requirement on the tenderoni too, or
no.
Just have to be a tenderoni. So once you have yourself a tenderoni and you under 40, call me, tell me what my barber name, where he located, what the shop name. And if you're dead good, tell me if he sell anything else there. And I'll give you 2 tickets right now. Give them the number, spiritual advisor.
323-7775. Are we going to Tanya? 698.
Oh, yes, Tanya. Hey, Tanya.
Good afternoon, Mr. Millen. Good afternoon, spiritual advisor. It's your girl Tanya coming to you live from Shop Smart Department Store, where we say we're here for you for whatever season of your life and everyday living. And we hear from a birdie that it is outside this weekend. All the folks jumping on that boat, going to the berries on that special run, or if you are going to be on the beach, yes, we've got you covered here at Shop Smart. We have got all of the bodies, all of the sizes. Come on in, get your 2-piece, your 1-piece, your itsy bitsy teeny weenies, polka dot bikinis, whatever you're wearing this weekend. Come on into Shop Smart. We've got you covered, and we've got them in all the sizes, ladies, from the extra small all the way to the 4XL. If you want to look good, you want Windows money prices, you have to come into Shop Smart. And all our swimsuit, it doesn't matter the size, only $15. Yes, you heard it here from Tanya right here at Shop Smart. You can go on our website, www.shopsmart242, to take a look at all of the different swimsuits we have to offer. Or you can just come on into the store. We're open Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your shopping convenience. But if you're trying to catch the boat for 8 o'clock this weekend, you need to head on down to Shop Smart right now. You could give us a call. Our number 698-1051 or 698-1052. We've got you covered for everything for your beaching and boating, whether you need the beach bag, the swimsuit, or you need the rash guard. We've got you covered. Or give us a call, 698-1051 or 698-1052. Shop Smart is the place to be. And remember to shop early, to shop often, and to shop smart. Have a great day.
Yes, you too, Tanya.
That's
Take
spiritual
care.
advisor. I watched Tanya just now. We coming to the call. Tanya say, them bikini for the woman all size. Now, they look like Chinese 4X to me.
Wow.
Because, see, I like KB, right?
Mm-hmm.
KB say, she was 5'5". She weighed 317. Man, you had to see her to know what I mean. You know that?
I heard the lyrics before.
The gal KB sing about in that song?
Just because she's fat? Or something like that?
You call it
That's
that.
the name of the song?
The gal KB singing about can't fit none of them things I see there just now. So, what to do?
But they may have the size though.
Buy 2. And then tie them together. And then tie them around you. And if you do that, you'll be well on your way. Let's take a call.
323-7775. So this coming Saturday, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, family fun and stakeout, steak served with corn, baked potato, and dinner roll. It's going to be this coming Saturday, the 3rd of May, 2025, between the hours of 12 and 5 p.m. at the HMBS Coral Harbor. Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live. Are you there, caller? 323-7775. Are you there, caller? Welcome to Freedom March. I'm so sorry, caller. We took too long to get to you. Call us back. Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
How are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. I called in to answer the baptism question. Spiritual
Yes.
advisor.
Is baptism a burial or is it sprinkle?
It's a burial, sir.
It's a burial.
Yes.
You know, you're absolutely correct. But can you answer this question? Why do those other churches sprinkle?
The Catholic Church, them is do that.
Are they right or they wrong?
They wrong.
Thank you very much. This is yours. This nice,
advisor, maybe they only
fat,
want to be
juicy chicken.
Maybe they only want to be half.
Get a name, producer. You're absolutely correct. The Catholic Church is wrong, my friend.
They might want to be. They might want to be.
Not because 1.4 billion people doing it that make it right.
Or they might only want their
powerful.
forehead to be saved. They might one day stay in sin.
It is a burial. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, the Bible says you have to be buried with Christ.
All my Catholic friends who fully saved, I know they tell me they are from the one true Holy Apostolic Roman
I
Catholic
understand
Church.
the apostles practiced baptism by immersion. So the Catholics claim to be the
That's
apostolic
because
church,
they only
but
want
their practice is
they only
completely
want
contrary.
this much of them be saved.
Wow.
All of this being saved from below your navel, they ain't into that.
It's crazy.
All right.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller. You're live.
I'm calling to answer the question about the Bible.
You hold on. You got to meet the criteria, caller.
Yeah.
You under 40?
Yes, sir.
What's your date of birth is?
August the 5th, 95.
You born in 1995?
Yes, sir.
I didn't even know they're still born people in 95. Okay. And you got one pair of soft hands to carry with you?
Yes, I do.
Is she a tenderoni?
Man, a real tenderoni, man.
All right. Well, as soon as the spiritual advisor stop making noise on the side of me, I can let you answer the question.
Sorry, but that's my phone going off.
What is the name of my barber? Where is he located? And what is the name of the store?
Alan Connect, Ali, and Foxhill.
Foxhill where now? Foxhill Big?
By St. Anne's.
All right. Well, go ahead. Well, you and the tenderoni. Hold on now. I got one last question for you. The tenderoni got tip-and-toe shoes to put on?
Man, look here. I tell you, I got a tenderoni, and I make sure she represents.
All right, good. Well, if you born in 95, when the tenderoni born?
93.
I know tenderoni, that's so old boy.
She's a tenderoni to me.
Boy, and that's the best answer to have. You don't listen to me, because I know one thing. I live in a one-room house, and I like to touch people's foot when I sleep. So you stay right where you live, because you can't come live by me. But hold the line.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy. Hold the line. Let the producer take your name and your number right now. You got to come pick up the tickets from the studio tomorrow. All right? Well, spiritual advisor, that's all the tickets.
Yeah, that's it.
So, producer, could you put up the, we got more calls, but they won't call about. I ain't got no more ticket. Hey, caller.
Hey.
What's going on?
Devon.
Hey.
Spiritual advisor, I ain't calling for no ticket, man.
Yeah.
All right. You want to buy 1,000 of them?
No, I want to talk about
politics, man. That's
about Trinidad.
It's a politics, man.
You see how they say Menace, or anything Menace didn't do, Dr. Menace didn't do it, boys are laughing.
No, Menace was serious the whole time.
Straight
No, but listen to me. Trinidad is worrying about Fred Mitchell, Minister Mitchell, and the PLP.
Mm-hmm.
He need to worry about Dr. Menace and the army trying to get from the COI now.
He need to worry about Menace and the FNA, my brother. And I tell you,
but listen to me. I ain't want to be no FNA, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
You can't tell the people what the FNA stands for.
Me,
people have to know what
Menace,
they're going after.
Me, Menace, Lincoln Bain. I tell you what it stands for. Me, Menace, Lincoln Bain, Iram Lewis, Crazy Thompson, and Adrian Gibson.
No, man, Crazy Thompson being on a talk show today. The only thing he didn't tell Pentar is please run me again.
Me ain't listening to him.
He cried. He basically almost cried on that talk show today.
Listen to me. I have an auntie, right? I have an auntie named Maria. All right? And she is the Lieutenant Colonel General of our family. So you could say anything you want, right?
Yeah.
And when you then run on about what you ain't gonna do and la da 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 day to day, guess what has happened? The phone is ring.
Mm-hmm.
She got one of them phone like them old army radio from Comsen,
That said you dial with your honey.
No, her phone only for one-way communication. So when she call you, she ain't really expect you to answer. So when she calls, she say, hey, this your Auntie Rhea. Your last response in this whole conversation could be, yes, ma'am. Once you say that, she can say, now let me tell you, I hear you say you ain't coming to the thing Sunday. I ain't fooling with that. It starts 3 o'clock. It's going to be by Auntie Jerry. You make sure you be there and you wear white shoes when you come in and you park on the grass. And the gate could be closed by 9, so you get there 8:30. And then she hang up her phone. I imagine the same thing happen to Crazy Thompson. Crazy can say, what you mean? I just tell you what is happening in Black Family.
Crazy Thompson problem is, I asked him the question. If I run against you, that means I am not comfortable with your leadership.
Correct.
So how come now all of a sudden you is the best thing for the F&M?
Unless it's Alfred Sayers, because Alfred Sayers run against Brave, and he creased up in Brave cabinet.
No, well, listen to me.
Nah, come on, go caller, come on.
Yeah, but what I want, yeah, you're right too, you know. But what I want to say in closing, if I listened to you the other day, and you called 2 good numbers, May 5th or May 15th.
Yeah.
If they don't start naming some candidates to get these people so some people can see their face,
I don't know what they're going to see.
F&M will get slaughtered.
They will be F and gone. That's right. Listen to me.
They'll get slaughtered.
I don't know what they're going to by see how Walker Hill to do today. Must he throw confetti in the air?
They must be going to do junkanoo.
I can't figure out what the hell you all getting together for May 5th, exactly 12 months from the next election almost. And which y'all going to do? Tell me how wonderful Michael Pintar is again? You all do that the last 3 times you all meet.
I thought they was going to start naming some people tonight.
That's my point. What else could we be making? What? And they can tell me some silliness, but the council ain't meet yet. Well, fire council.
But Devon, let me say this to you in closing.
Oh, boy.
We can be real and we can be truthful. We ain't talking PLP, we ain't talking F&M. We ain't talking FNA and them other things. The F&M right now has about 3 good potential candidates.
Who they is?
I would call in here.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you that off air.
Okay.
But they have about 3. We could go with the F&M or the PLP and could win.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
About 3 of them.
All right.
But the rest, I don't know yet.
But you said they got 3 good candidates. They ain't got nothing because they ain't named nobody and it's lying.
No, I mean 3 good potential candidates.
Okay.
And believe it or not, 2 of them is women.
Yeah, and I don't like, caller, you know, I thank you very much, caller, but let me tell you something, spiritual advisor, that I don't like. I don't like playing too much of Bo Peep. This is exactly why you all is loose good people. You think I coming over there to play Bo Peep with you all? I must go, spend my money, cook sauce, eat, roll, give people roll for Good Friday, play with people, bunch of sickly little children who can give me the flu. For you to come tell me foolishness, but you ain't nominating me? You must be a crazy person. Let's take another phone call, yeah?
Welcome to Freedom March, call you live. 323-7775 is the number to call. 698-0775-698-07.
I buying out my gas, pay people light bill, pay people rent, all kind of other foolishness. Kiss up one bunch of children I don't even know. For what? And then you don't nominate me. I don't play Bo Peep, man. I don't play Bo Peep. I don't play Bo Peep. And that's exactly what they doing. Why y'all dangling these nominations? Y'all don't know the candidates that don't wait a Jamaican $20? Y'all don't know the candidates that actually could fund their own campaign by now? Y'all don't know the candidates who might have some nefarious things in their background? But how much of y'all don't have nefarious things in your background? Listen, if you like same-sex relationships, just come out and admit it. Then no one could hold it against you. If you did owe someone some money one time, so what? And the woman say Lincoln Bay no money, just come out and say it. If you simply say yes, the scandal goes away. Did you have sexual intercourse with the man's wife? Yes. Boom, no more scandal.
You think so? Don't wait that way though.
That's exactly the way scandals work. Scandals only have power if you continue to try to hide them. Do you like having sex with people of the same sex? Yes. Boom, no more scandal.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't understand with all of this. Oh, we might name someone May 1st. The council ain't media. We can't function.
But why is that so important to the opposite side, though?
What opposition side? I's a constituent. What opposition side?
I mean,
I would like to know who running against Barker's role in South
do we
Beach.
have to run now, though? I mean,
yes.
It's another year before the election.
No. Next thing you know, you'll go and send me another Jeffrey Lloyd, or next thing you know, you'll go and man, don't do that nonsense to me. Next thing you know, you'll send me a FNM Cleola Hamilton.
That's not your concern because Barker's is your
It is.
man.
I can't say that.
Barker's is your man.
I said no.
You don't have to be concerned about South Beach.
You don't tell me what to be concerned about.
All right.
What I'm saying to you is, next thing you know, Cleola Hamilton go over there for them and say, well, you know, I was the member of parliament before. Let me run. And they say yes. Now, you all send Cleola Hamilton, I got to tear the paper voting against her. Then they can say my ballot's spurred. Please name the candidates, man.
But
and stop playing Bo Peep.
Anybody on the line?
Let's take the call.
Welcome to Freedom March, caller.
Stand there.
Sorry if I've you.
I was responding to your. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
I was responding to what you were saying on baptism.
Oh.
Somebody got the answer already.
No, I just wanted to say that baptism can be done by immersion or otherwise, and they just talk about baptism by immersion. And
you call to say that what?
Baptism can be done by immersion or otherwise.
Administered through immersion or sprinkling or otherwise once water is involved.
Where do you find that in the Bible?
It's not in the Bible.
Oh.
Neither is baptism by immersion in the Bible either.
It is
There's
not?
no evidence of baptism by immersion in the Bible.
So how do you read Romans chapter 6, 3-6?
In the Acts of the Apostles chapter 16, Paul and Silas baptized the whole household one night, and there's no evidence of baptism.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Okay, so let me ask you a question. Are you aware that the original language of the New Testament is Greek? Are you aware of that?
Very well.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know what the Greek word for baptism is?
Yeah, it's to be buried.
No. I'm asking a question. Do you know what the Greek word is for baptism?
Baptizo.
Right. And in the Greek, what does baptizo mean?
To be buried.
Right. So how could you say there's no evidence in the scriptures?
Because baptism is symbolic.
Oh. Let me ask a question.
And the water is symbolic.
Let me ask a question.
The amount of water you use cannot save you in baptism.
Let me ask a question.
It is being symbolic of your burial in Christ.
Right, so let's do this quickly, because then I can let you go. Where in the Bible does it say baptism is symbolic?
No, that's what the straight says today. But you can find no evidence, actual evidence in the Bible of baptism being done through immersion.
Okay, so
not even the baptism of Jesus is by immersion.
Oh wow!
It's not in the Bible.
Okay, so let's do this. Obviously, you don't have a red Bible. That is your biggest problem. So what I'm going to advise you to do, you need to go and get yourself a red Bible, and once you get in contact with that red Bible, you wouldn't be in the ignorance that you're in. All right. You need to go to Romans chapter 6 and look at verses 3-6. It says that baptism is a burial. It specifically says that in Romans chapter 6. But no, it says that it's a burial, and in order to see that, you're going to have to go and get yourself a red Bible, okay?
But the amount of water...
Call me after the show. Call me after the show. My number is 814-6096. You don't have a red Bible. That's your problem. All right? You need a red Bible.
What is a red Bible? What is a red Bible?
You need to get one. That's why you're in ignorance.
What is it?
You need to go and buy one.
What is it?
Get a red Bible. Simple.
I want to buy it. So what do I buy?
Call me, 814-6096. I'll tell you where you can find a red Bible.
Yeah.
And y'all just got this.
Oh, Lord. I paid before I come here.
Listen, I've heard everything in life just now.
Wow.
I've heard everything that I was supposed to hear in life. I heard it just now. I've never heard so much ignorance in all my life.
I paid to come here.
Wow.
I paid to come here, so I can't be garbage.
Whew. Welcome to Freedom March,
and I smell so good you could almost smell me through the
Good
TV.
afternoon, Spiritual Advisor, Mr. Miller.
Yes, good afternoon.
How it go?
I got it.
It's going well.
Just had a point of information. The previous caller, I'm not just confused, but, busy.
Wow. I've heard everything in life, but that one.
Baptized means to immerse.
Yes, it's an immersion.
Right.
It is.
When the Ethiopian owner of New York was it Philip?
Mm-hmm.
And he learned, and Philip actually learned, or did he know what he was dealing with? He said, there's water. Why can't we baptize?
And guess what it says? It says both Philip and the eunuch went down into the water.
Exactly in the water.
Went down into the water. The Bible specifically says that.
And also, when John the Baptist, he wanted to join the plenty water there.
Boy, that's deep.
You know, the deep water. So, I mean, it's obvious, I don't know. But it just confused and, just need spiritual guidance. So I hope he called you.
Yeah.
I can lead him the right way. And that Bible's red Bible, I need to probably start distributing them to people. I need a red Bible.
Yeah, and let me just clarify. When I say a red Bible, I'm not talking about a R-E-D Bible. I'm talking about a R-E-A-D. The problem is people don't read. That is the problem.
That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, they don't read.
All right. Thank you, Gola.
And contrary to what strict Bahamalam may say, listen, my brother, the Bible have all the answers, okay? S.A., you have to realize that Christianity doesn't have all the answers. The answers in the book, my brother. I don't know what your religion is, Strickland, but the answers for all these questions that I asked are in the red Bible.
Yeah. Okay? I would say one thing. If the callers say these garbage, I not me. I just try slim grand boy. I just try my best to bathe and be decent every day. And when I come outside, I smell like a French trollop. So, man, don't call me garbage. All right?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And the eunuch said, see, here's water. What is going to hinder me from being baptized?
Yeah.
Philip says, if you believe with your heart or all your heart, you may. And he answered and said, I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God.
Yeah.
He commanded the chariot to stand still, and both Philip and the eunuch went down into the water. And what you going down into the water for if you could just sprinkle the man?
Yeah. Let's take this phone call. At some point, I want to put the picture of the people who returned from Haiti today. So let's take this call and then let's go to them.
Welcome to Freedom March. Call you live.
Mr. Rose.
Yes, sir.
I hear you say on numerous occasions that you have to be baptized to go to heaven.
That's what the Bible says. I didn't say that. The Bible says that.
No. The work of the gentleman on the cross with Jesus.
The thief on the cross. The thief on the cross was pardoned under the old Mosaic system, not Christianity. That's because it's in the red Bible and you haven't seen it. The thief on the cross was pardoned. He was listen.
Thank you.
Yeah, the thief on the cross was pardoned under the old Mosaic system. Jesus was still alive when he pardoned him. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right. Take care.
And if Jesus was there, you couldn't need much more than that.
Exactly.
Let's show me the picture of the people that came back from Haiti today. The brave men and lone woman that came back from Haiti today from the mission with the MSSM down there in Haiti. We have the picture of the crew that went out there, producer? No? The picture of the people that came back from Haiti today. There's a bunch of soldiers dressed in BDUs.
You're on your way to hell.
The ones with the minister and I'm sure it's there. There they are. So from left to right, we have Force Chief Petty Officer Perry Colebrook. I used to know these people's name right off the bat, you know. This is Lieutenant March. That's Lieutenant Commander Natasha. What my squad mate name is? Woods Walton. Mm-hmm. Then there is Commander Clinton Johnston. And then there is Lieutenant Commander Dixon. And some very tall able hand who I have no clue who he is. But if you know his name, send it to me in a private coded message. But this is the team that came back today, right? 5 brave men and a lone woman. And I tell you all, she big as a Bronco truck. They say somebody tried to assault her. I put it to you that she will assault them right back. She ain't no pian. I could tell you that right off the bat. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I really hope that they get to the bottom of it if something going on. But I can tell you, there are a few women that I trust to have on the 6, and she happens to be one of them. She's a big-time operator, and I suspect that some operating going on. That's what I suspect. Spiritual.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, so that is the team. And wherever you see them, you know, wherever you see them, they wear these medals and ribbons on their chest for a reason, you know. It is so that you know the scars that they have borne. And wherever you see decorated men, honor the decoration. Honor the decoration because that is the sum total of their lives. They have poured it on the ground in blood, sweat, and toil. That's Churchill, you know. I'm a Churchill enthusiast. They've poured it on the ground in blood, sweat, and toil. Winston Churchill said, I have nothing left to offer but blood, sweat, and toil. And so the men and women of the Royal Bahamas Defense Force continue to do just that. We're so proud of them. Natasha Woods Walton, Bravo Zulu, mate. Way to go. Let's take a phone call. Welcome to
Good afternoon.
Hi.
Yes, good afternoon.
I have a question for Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
Yes, ma'am.
This red Bible you're talking about, where I could buy this from?
You can find it in any
It sounds
store.
like this is a secret book because you don't want to call this name on the show.
No,
you
no.
know which people you could save if you tell people
Well, that's deep.
where to buy this Bible from?
You can buy this red Bible anywhere it is being sold. Anywhere.
What's the name of the Bible?
You can get the King James Version, the New International Version, the English Standard Version, but you just need to read it.
Yeah.
It gotta be read.
You gotta read
Buy
it.
your black Bible and read it, and then it'll be a red Bible.
All right, that's Mr. Spiritual Advisor.
All right.
Take care.
The name of the chap, the very tall, super duperly tall, the superly duperly tall able seaman with them in the picture is Able Seaman Antonov. See that I tell you the ground talks to me. Anyway, that's Freedom March. We'll see you again tomorrow right here.